To another episode of Cloud Talk Live, right here from the castle. I'm so glad that you are here. I'm going to push a button right over there and bring up the fancy logo. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us on another Tuesday. That's right, it's another edition of Cloud Talk Live. I say it every week, but holy cow, you're going to love the guests that I've brought together today. But before we get into that, it's all of the things you need to remember. I would love for you to introduce yourself. You're not just watching, you have the opportunity to participate in this event here today with Sarah. I told you who's going to be here, but then LinkedIn already told you who was going to be here. And but Sarah is here, but she can't hear from you unless you introduce yourself. I'd love to know who you are and where you are in the world. This is a global audience, and I think everyone gets even a little more encouraged to know that they're talking with their friends and compatriots, maybe even from somewhere far away in the world. So go ahead and introduce yourself down there. Now, I'm here live at Rackspace's corporate headquarters here in San Antonio, Texas. And this is the mothership. This is where all the things happen. In fact, some of those things include setting up our schedule and our plans for our thought leadership program here at Rackspace, and that is called Solve. Look at that little email address right there, solve@rackspace.com. If you want to get a hold of us, well, that's the place to do it. Just send an email. That's right. 1990s is alive and well here at the Solve program. The way to get a hold of us, well, you could do it through LinkedIn, I guess. You could send me a note. You could send producer Daniel Gibson a note, or just send us an email over at solve@rackspace.com. Would love to hear from you. All right. Hey, producer Daniel, I'm just going to check in with you. People are pretty quiet out there in the streams. I want to make sure all is well with the technology that we have in play. I hear music coming from somewhere, and I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll just turn that down. All right. So, all right. Well, let's press on, and I'm playing it. Nice. I wonder where it's coming from. All right. So, everyone, hey, people are introducing themselves now. Oh, I'm just not seeing it on the side of the screen. All right. Well, Daniel, you're going to have to tell me someone cool's checking in. I see that we have Corey from Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome. All right, everybody. So, this live stream, we take the audio from it and we put it as part of our podcast stream, and that can be found anywhere that you find podcasts, and that is Solve, or you can find it. It's the Cloud Talk. Anywhere you find the podcast. So go ahead and just check those out. I would love for you to subscribe if you're not already. You may be able to tell I am a bit multitasking over here as I try to figure out where some of that extra sound was coming from. I think it went away. Huzzah. All right. We've got Deli here. Glad you are here as well. All right, so go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Not only will you find the audio from this program, but you'll also find our own unique other content that's there that you can't get on the live stream. All right, and Sean Gardner's here. Sean, you are our faithful regular from San Antonio. Sean, you may remember Sarah if you ever did some events around Rackspace. In fact, let's go ahead and tell you about our guest here today, and that is Ms. Sarah Hollingsworth. Now, Sarah and I got to know each other here at Rackspace, running around the world doing big Solve events. And it was so good to get to know her. But while she was here, she started to an idea percolated. We're going to tell here today. So let's go ahead and bring Sarah up onto the stage. Sarah.
Hi. I think there is a lag.
From my side. Yeah, there is a bit of a lag, but we'll roll with it. That's okay. Hey, Sarah, so welcome to Cloud Talk Live. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Fantastic. Well, we got to know each other. When was that? When were you? Are you hearing me,
Okay,
Sarah?
sorry, Jeff, can you repeat that? There was like a really long delay.
Yeah, I was just asking what years you were a racker.
I was a racker for almost 5 years, 2015 to 2020.
And what team were you on during that time?
Oh, what team was I on? I first started as an event planner under Lindsay Ribble when I first came to Rackspace. And then by the time I left, I was the senior manager for our North American trade show team.
Lindsay Ribble. I've worked with her quite a bit. That's fascinating. So what was your favorite part about being a Racker during that time?
My favorite part about being a Racker, besides all the incredible people I had the privilege of working with, definitely traveling the world. And I mean, Rackspace, I had the pleasure of going to Berlin, London, and every major metropolitan city, including Australia. And just to be able to interact with our customers and work with some incredible people that I'm still super great friends with today was certainly my favorite thing about being at Rackspace.
I can't even hear anything.
Jeff, I think you're
good. Jeff seems to be having some technical difficulties, says he cannot hear you. Let's just give it one moment. Well, why don't we get into the meat then? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company that you founded?
Yeah, sure. So let's see, about 6 months after I left Rackspace, 6 months Rackspace, which was January of 6 months after I had to leave Rackspace, I had been ideating about this idea called Poppylist. Is that Jeff?